Yes, we're going to do a review. Dimensions in Time. Right. It's just bonkers. No. I am going to give it a full review because I think it deserves a review on just the one basis that it is the 30th anniversary episode of Doctor Who, so we have to treat it with the respect it deserves. 3D technology. Let's talk about that first. 3D technology was brilliant. I mean, it still works to this day. This is 2018. And somehow, by the wonders of technology and science, which I have no clue about, that 3D technology really does work. For a BBC experiment in 1993, it still stands the test of time to this day when recorded from VHS onto YouTube and then played back on a normal TV. So yeah, I'm going to give the BBC a thumbs up for that. It was really well done. And I was quite excited to put on my 3D glasses and watch it again like that. It was an alright story. So basically the Rani was trying to trap all the incarnations of the Doctor in a time tunnel so she could take over all of evolution. I think that's how it was going. It jumped around a little bit. So she was effectively using the time tunnel to try and trap them all in different parts, different times in East End London. Obviously East End London being Eastenders and Albert Square. We'll get to that in a minute. It kind of shoehorned a menagerie of monsters in there, which did look a bit hokey, so you can discount them. Without all that, you could see how that could have been a relatively good episode. Yeah, I am clutching at straws here. But I'm trying to be nice. Continuity-wise, drove me mad. I mean, come on, I know it wasn't a serious story, but I'm treating it as a serious story. So why are they talking to the Doctors if they know who he is? They haven't even interacted with him yet. So how do the likes of Victoria know who the third Doctor is and what he looks like? Unless, of course, they were introduced off camera and then obviously they know who each other are. I think what's her name? The granddaughter, whose name escapes me. Susan. Name's Susan, you idiot. Cardinal sin, forgetting the Doctor's granddaughter's name. Susan was probably the only companion who didn't recognise the Doctor, which was actually probably what I would expect from a majority of companions who have not interacted with younger or older selves, if that makes sense. So it was nice to see that she was the only one who was written correctly. But I may be getting too deep in the quagmire of fandom to start criticising the writing of Dimensions in Time. So I'm going to step back from that purpose and try and sum up my thoughts on the episode. I was a big fan of EastEnders. I used to watch it religiously during the 90s, and so it was really nice to watch it again and see some of the characters who I remember from before, like Sanjay, Geeta. We had Kath before she died and came back from the grave. We had Pauline, we had Frank, we had Pat, and we had the Thin Mitchell brothers. Yeah, it was a really nice kind of trip down memory lane. You had all the Doctors come back, which was really nice to see. John Pertwee, not long before he died actually, which was really sad. We had Tom Baker, although he wasn't actually on screen, he was in some 3D ghetto somewhere, and the rest. So it was nice that they actually celebrated the 30th anniversary of Doctor Who, because they could have done nothing, and that would have been even more of a shame. It's just still a bit of a shame that we ended up with this. If you go online and read some of the ideas for the stories that they would have done for the 30th anniversary, they would have been a lot better. It was a nice nod to the show at a time when it was at the bottom of the pile. It did what it did. It raised a lot of money. That phone-in raised a lot of money on its own. As a Doctor Who episode, I'd like to see it be canon. You heard it here first. Saltail wants to see Dimensions in Time made canon in New Who on the BBC. Make it happen. Chris Chibnall, make it happen. But apart from that, I'd recommend you go and watch it, even if it's just for nostalgia factor. It was nice to see all the Doctors together, especially 6 and the Brigadier, which was a nice moment, and 7 ultimately saving the day. My brain has calmed down now. I can now string thoughts together. The 3D-ness and the dimension in timeness has worn off. I think a cup of tea is in order, and to watch some other, more structured Doctor Who episodes. Until next time, cheerio for now. Bye-bye. You've made it to the end. That's brilliant. Please like, comment and subscribe, and check out my other cool videos. Until next time, it's goodbye from me.